You know that feeling, right? You're in a super high-stakes conversation, maybe with a potential client, and you are absolutely crushing it, right up until the very end. You've explained your process with total confidence, you've built this amazing rapport. And then, when it's time to actually make the offer, something just shifts. You fumble? Well, we're going to unpack exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how to build a rock-solid structure so it never happens again.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Are you paying the apology tax? Just think about that for a second. That moment of hesitation, that sudden weird urge to rush through it or downplay your own value right when it matters most. That's a tax. It's a tax on your expertise. And believe me, it comes with a very, very real cost.
See, the apology tax isn't just some vague feeling of awkwardness. It's the money you're literally leaving on the table. It's the lost revenue, the clients who suddenly go cold, all because your clarity, your conviction just wobbled right at the finish line. It's that awful feeling of your entire posture just collapsing when it should be at its absolute strongest. And it is such a common story for founders and experts. I mean, you feel strong, you're articulate, you are completely in control of the conversation. You've answered every single question, you've shown your value, but then the moment comes. The moment to state the price, to make the ask, and it's like a totally different person takes over.
This actually comes from the story of a coach who was an absolute powerhouse, a total expert, until it was time to present her offer. And like clockwork, her voice would suddenly soften and she just rushed through the most important part of the entire conversation. If you've ever felt that, even a little bit, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the classic fumble right on the 1-yard line. And here's the real trap. We immediately diagnose this as some kind of personal failing. We tell ourselves, oh, I'm just not confident enough, or I've got this weird block around money. We turn it into this deep-seated character flaw. But what if that entire diagnosis is just completely wrong?
Okay, this is the big reframe right here. The problem isn't a confidence flaw, it's a clarity gap. It's not about who you are deep down on the inside. It's about a mechanical failure in how you're communicating on the outside. You don't have a courage problem, my friend. You have an architecture problem.
Let that sink in. The real issue isn't your courage, it's your architecture. And honestly, this is fantastic news. Why? Because trying to fix a deep-seated personality flaw is, well, it's exhausting and it rarely works. But fixing a broken architecture, you can absolutely do that. You just need the right tools to rebuild it. So let's dive into the fix. Let's look at the foundational piece you need to build a grounded, steady, and totally unapologetic posture when it's time to make your offer. The fix is something we call the single-sentence result protocol. And we use that word protocol very intentionally. This isn't some vague tip or a flimsy mindset hack. No, it's a strategic, repeatable process designed to be your anchor in the storm of a high-stakes conversation. Now, the protocol itself is almost deceptively simple. Step 1, you're going to write one single, crystal-clear sentence that states the core result your offer delivers. Not the features, not the process, just the result. Step 2, you're going to practice saying it out loud over and over until it feels steady and true in your own body. And Step 3, you use that exact sentence with no qualifiers, no maybes, and zero apologies. This single sentence becomes your anchor. The moment you feel that old, familiar urge to rush or soften your voice, you come right back to it. It holds you steady because it centers the entire conversation not on your fear or your fee, but on the tangible, powerful outcome you are providing for the other person.
I really want you to let this next one sink in. Courage in selling is simply clarity spoken out loud. It's not about being louder or pushier or trying to become some slick salesperson you're not. It's just the quiet courage to state the truth of the result you create calmly and clearly. That's it. And the real key insight here is that this whole protocol isn't about becoming a different person. It's about having a tool, a piece of architecture that allows your true expertise to shine right through, unburdened by that damn apology tax. The clarity does all the heavy lifting for you.
And this is the transformation we're talking about. You move from that state of defensive rushing, just trying to get through the awkward moment as fast as possible, to a place of calm, unapologetic authority. You're no longer defending a price, you are simply stating the value of a result. It changes the entire energy of the conversation. And you start to realize something really profound. People don't need a performance from you. They don't need hype or a big song and dance. They need clarity. They need to see the path you're inviting them to walk and to feel deep down that you believe in it. And your single sentence, it provides that clarity and it conveys that belief.
So this is the final thought I want to leave you with. When you operate from this level of clarity, the ask is not a performance you have to nail. It's simply an invitation. It's a calm, generous act of leadership where you clearly and confidently show someone the door to a result they deeply want.
So, it's time to stop trying to fix your confidence and start fixing your clarity. If you're ready to make this shift from defensive rushing to unapologetic authority, a consistent default skill, then it's time to stop paying the apology tax for good. Click the link and learn how we help founders build this exact architecture in our 365 Freedom program.